Hello, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to online class session. Our today session is seems to be very easy because ever since you have started your school, you have been learning and you have been familiar with one chapter that is called punctuation. So here for Telugu medium students from 5th onwards writing of sentences will take place, whereas concerned to English medium guys from 3rd standard itself writing sentences will take place. So anyhow, this is a very easy one, even though most of the students commit mistakes regarding this punctuation. when we start what you call grammar in 8th standard, we'll start with sentence. What exactly the sentence meant by? It's a group of words consisting of a complete meaning is called a sentence. So after sentence we'll come across with the kinds of sentences where we have to discuss what you call type 1 sentences and type 2 sentences. Right. Then next, while writing the sentences, we'll come across with all these punctuation marks. So in our today's session, we are going to have a discussion on punctuation, that too capitalization. Okay, capitalization is our today's topic. So there are certain rules to use capital letters which are mandatory, particularly in terms of written communication, right? So just go for the first slide. Pay attention to the following rules regarding the use of uppercase letters. Uppercase letters means nothing but capital letters, right? So you have to be very careful while writing the sentences. You should know where the uppercase letters have to be used. Uppercase letter means, once again I repeat, capital letters, right? Rule number 1, capitalize the first word of a sentence. So whenever you start writing a sentence, the first letter should be capitalized. The beginning of the letter should be capital. So this is rule number 1, capitalize the first word of a sentence. Now example has been also given for you people. She is a quiet girl in class. She is a quiet girl in class. Now after class there is a full stop. That means the sentence here ends. So if you look at the beginning of this sentence, the letter S is started with capital letter. So capitalize the first word of a sentence means here the first letter is S. So that is why S is being written in a capital form. And after in class there is a full stop. Once again the another sentence will take place over there. That is why, however, she is very mischievous at home. So after full stop, once again next sentence started. So that is why the first letter of the sentence is once again we can find with capital letter. Right, this is rule number 1. And now look at the second rule. What is the second rule? To initial the capital letter. So capitalize proper nouns. So all the proper nouns should be start with capital letter. So what are they? What are the proper nouns? Here, religious terms, the terms which are related to religions should be start with a capital letter. For example, Christian, C should be capital. Methodist, M should be capital. So Methodist one kind of a denomination in Christianity, right? And next word, Hindu, H should be capital. God, G should be capital. Allah, A should be capital. So capitalize all proper nouns. So in this proper nouns, religious terms comes, and then next names of buildings. So buildings names also should be start with a capital letter. Just have a look on that. Birla Mandir. This is a temple's name, very famous temple's name situated in Hyderabad. So B you can find capital letter, M also you can find capital letter, Birla Mandir. And then next Charminar also you can find the first letter of Charminar is being written in capital form, Charminar, C. And then next Taj Krishna is a 5-star hotel, right, very famous. So here you can find T is in the form of capital, and K also is in the form of capital, right. And in proper nouns, languages also comes under proper noun, like Telugu, Hindi, Persian, Hebrew, Tamil, Malayalam, and so on, right. So once again, holidays also comes under proper nouns. So holidays also comes under proper noun, like Holi, New Year's Day, Dashera, Ramzan, Muharram, whatever the holidays which we are availing should be written, the first letter should be start with a capital letter. H, Holy, you can find H. New Year, N is capital. Year, Y is capital. Day, D is capital. Dashera, once again D is capital. Ramzan, R is capital. And then next, names of places and geographical features. Names of places and geographical features. Names of places, cities, states, whatever, countries, like New Delhi, the capital city of India. N, or you can find capital letter. Delhi, D is also you can find capital letter. And then next, Malaysia, one more other country's name, Malaysia, M is being written in a capital form. And now let us come to Telangana. This is state's name, so that is why T is being written in capital form. And Godavari is a river's name, right? And also it is a train name also. So that is why G is being written in capital form. So then next, this comes under rule number 2. All proper nouns should be start with capital letter. Then rule number 3. Let us check what the rule 3 denotes us. Capitalize titles and designations before a name. Capitalize titles. If you find title, If you come across with designation before a name, you have to start with a capital letter, but not after a name. You should not put the capital letter after the name. This is rule number 3. Now, several examples have been given to you for your comfort. Just have a look on that. We met President Pranab Mukherjee. We met President Pranab Mukherjee. So, the sentence started with we, right? As you know, according to rule number 1, any sentence, the beginning of a sentence should be start with a capital letter. That is why we have come across with W letter in capital. We met President Pranab Mukherjee. President is a designation. So, that is why you can find P is capital letter there, and then next Pranab Mukherjee, P is capital letter once again. Mukherjee also, M also you can find in capital letter. But now let us come to why after not name. But we met Pranab Mukherjee, the President of India. But we met Pranab Mukherjee, the President of India. It should not be like that. And now let us come to the second example. We talked to Professor Sharma. We talked to Professor Sharma, but we talked to the professor. So, professor is also a designation, the highest designation at the university level. So, that is why P should be in capital letter, and once again Sharma, the name. So, that is why yes also you can find what you call in capital form. And now let us come to the rule number 4. Rule number 4. Capitalize the first person pronoun I. This is very, very important because I have come across so many mistakes from so many students, even from English medium guys, girls also. For example, take one of my personal examples. My son, who is doing his medicine in All India Institute of Medical Sciences, he also commits mistake. Whenever he writes I, he goes for small I. So I said so many times it should not be like that. Whenever you come across with I, the personal pronoun, it should be written in capital, whether it comes in the beginning or it comes in the middle or it comes in at the end also. I should be written in capital form wherever it comes, right? Now look at the example here. I live in Hyderabad. I live in Hyderabad. I, once again you have come across with capital. Live in Hyderabad. Once again Hyderabad is a proper noun, right? So this is very important, which has to be keep in your mind always. I at any cost under any circumstances should be written in capital wherever it comes, right? Now let us come to rule number 5. Rule number 5. What is rule number 5? Capitalize the first word in each line of a poem. This is something related to poets, who writes poems, for example. So the first word in each line of a poem should be written in capital unless the poet especially uses the lower case. So in general we have to use capital letter whenever the first word of each line of a poem. If you want to check it, you just go to your third lesson, that is poem A Psalm of Life, written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Each canto is consisting 4 lines, but all 4 lines, the beginning of the 4 lines you can find in capital form. So that is why whenever you are dealing with writing a poem, each line should be start with the first letter of each line should start with a capital letter. So these are the 5 rules which are supposed to be followed regarding capital letters. So now one example has been given to you. The poem once again consisting of 4 lines written by William Wordsworth. The poem's name, if I am not mistaken, Daffodils. Just have a look on this line, 4 lines. Just, the space is not properly given here because of PPT. I wandered lonely as a cloud. I wandered lonely as a cloud. First line. So the beginning letter I you can find in capital. And the second line, just have a look on the second line. That floats on high over vales and hills. This is the second line. Once again, the first beginning letter T, and then next come to the third line. When all at once I saw a crowd. The third line once again begin with W, that is in form of capital. And the fourth line, a host of golden daffodils. A you can find with a capital letter. So this is an example. Even if you want to check more for this one, you just, as I told you, you just go for number 3 lesson, that is a poem, A Psalm of Life, written by Henry Wordsworth Longfellow, for your comfort or knowledge. Now just in page number 18 in the first lesson of your of our syllabus, there is a passage given to you people in page number 18. Just have a look on this passage, so that you will come to know where the capital letter is needed, is to be written. Now just look at have a look on this passage. My friend Chitra and I study at Usmania University. Full stop. It is a Friday today, but we are not in class. My friend Chitra and I study at Usmania University. It is a Friday today, but we are not in class. The university is closed because it's Onam. Chitra is from Kerala, but she grew up here in Hyderabad. We are going to spend the afternoon at Hussain Sagar. We'll take a boat ride, double it is printed. We'll take a boat ride to the island called the Rock of Gibraltar. In the middle of the lake, there is a large statue of the Buddha on it. After lunch, we'll spend some time at Lumbini Park, or we might take a stroll in NTR Gardens, named after the actor and former chief minister. In the evening, we'll go to the nearby Prasad's movie theatre. We have got tickets for the film The Hero. So this is the passage which is given to you people in lesson number 1. So all of you might have come across some kind of strangeness in this passage. What kind of a strangeness is that one? Something is missing in this passage. So according to rule number 1, which we have discussed earlier, the beginning of the sentence, the first letter of a sentence should be written in capital. Whereas in the given passage, you will not come across with these kind of letters. So that is why answers also have done by me for you people. Just have a look on the answer. Or look at my friend Chitra. So the sentence started here. The beginning of the sentence, once again, letter started with M, capital. I have underlined wherever I kept the capital letters for your comfort. Chitra, once again, proper noun, it is a person's name. And I, personal pronoun, as I have told you, wherever it comes. See, it has come in the middle. So don't get confused yourself, because it has come in the middle. I should not write with a capital, not like that. So as I have told you, personal pronoun, wherever you come across with personal pronoun, you have to capitalize it. My friend Chitra and I study at Usmania University. Once again, the building's name, O is being underlined. University also, U is underlined. Now days, it is a Friday. Once again, I is being underlined. Friday, F is being underlined. Today, but we are not in class, hence the sentence is closed over here. The another sentence will take place. The university is closed because it's Onam. The, once again, T letter is being underlined. Onam is a festival, holiday, so that is why O is being underlined. And Chitra, once again I have told you just now, is from Kerala. Kerala is state's name, so that is why K is started with capital letter. But she grew up in Hyderabad. Hyderabad also geographical area, so that is why H I have underlined as a capital letter. And there ends the sentence. Once again, we are going to spend the afternoon at Hussain Sagar. Once again, W is being underlined, and Hussain Sagar is a place name, so that is why H is being underlined and S is also being underlined. And now we will take a boat ride to the island. Once again, W is being underlined. Island called the Rock of Gibraltar. This is the name, so that is why R, rock, geographical place, right? R is being underlined. Gibraltar, once again, G is being underlined. In the middle of the lake, there is a large statue of the Buddha. Once again, the Lord of Buddhists. So that is why once again we have come across with Allah, Jesus, Buddha. So that is why B is being underlined here. And after lunch, once again the beginning of the sentence, A is being underlined. After lunch, we'll spend some time at Lumbini Park. Once again, a particular park's name, geographical name, Lumbini, L is being underlined. Park, P is underlined. Or we might take a stroll in NTR Gardens. It is a geographical area situated in Hyderabad. So that is why NTR, all three letters are being written in capital forms, named after the actor and former chief minister. This is once again designation. So that is why C is being underlined. Minister, M is also being underlined. In the evening, we will go to the nearby Prasad's movie theater. That's a particular name of a theater. So that is why P is being written in capital form. We have got tickets for the film The Hero. The title of the film is The Hero. That is why T is being written in capital form and H also being written in capital form. So this is something about the rules which we have to follow while we deal with capitalization. And for your comfort, I have taken once again an exercise that has been given in the textbook in lesson number 2, which is a continuation of this punctuation, so that we can end the punctuation chapter from our textbook. Now let us have a look on capitalization. Refer unit 1, because in one unit we have come across with these the before discussed rules and regulations, and that is why here it has been given refer unit number 1. And now in page number 35, lesson 2, some 14 sentences have been given to you people. It is, in fact, this is a kind of homework or exercise to you people which you have to deal with, but for your comfort, just have a look on this sentences, and then we'll go for answers. Right. Number 1, I was born at Gandhi Memorial Hospital in Hyderabad. Look at the sentence, how it began. And Gandhi Memorial Hospital in Hyderabad. Have you read second sentence? Have you read any book by President Abdul Kalam? Number 3, I speak Telugu and Hindi better than English. What about you? Number 4, I enjoyed watching the movie The Life of Pi. Number 5, my sister Saba was born on 1st January 1999. We celebrate her birthday on New Year's Day. Number 6, Sheila brought back a souvenir from her trip to Agra last week. It is a miniature model of the Taj Mahal. 7th one, Ravi asked, do you like Chinese food? No, I replied, I prefer South Indian food. Are you okay? Mr. Kader asked. Miss Roy, you don't look well. Number 9, the new student is from Karnataka. She moved to Gujarat to study business at IIM Ahmedabad. Number 10, Neeraj lives in New York, but he travels to Los Angeles once a month. He is an investment banker. 11, the Ganges is considered a holy river by the Hindus. Its source is the Gangotri Glacier in the Himalayas, and it empties into the Bay of Bengal in eastern India. Number 12, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a leader of the civil rights movement in the US. Number 12, the UK is a member of NATO. It is considering leaving the EU. Number 14, the last one, my favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I recently bought a copy for just rupees 100. So these are the 14 sentences that have been given in page number 35 in lesson 2 for your knowledge, right? And for your comfort, my answers also have been done by me for your comfort. Once again, the beginning of the sentence and personal pronoun. Both rules relate here. I was born at Gandhi Memorial Hospital. Gandhi Memorial, geographical area's name, Gandhi Memorial Hospital, G, capital, Memorial, M, capital, Hospital, H, capital, and Hyderabad. Once again, place name, H is capital. Number 2, have you read any book by President Abdul Kalam? President, once again, designation, right? H is capitalized, P is capitalized, A is capitalized, K is capitalized. And when it comes to languages also, I speak, once again, it has come. Telugu, T is being capitalized, H is being capitalized, Hindi, better than English, E is being capitalized. What about you? W is capitalized. I enjoyed watching the movie The Life of Pi. I capitalized, T capitalized, L capitalized, P capitalized. My sister Saba, M is capitalized, S is capitalized, J, January, J is capitalized. W, we celebrate her birthday on New Year's Day. New is capitalized, N is capitalized, Y is capitalized, D is capitalized. Sheila brought back a souvenir from her. Sheila, S is capitalized, Agra is once again capitalized, I is capitalized. It's a miniature model of the Taj Mahal. T is capitalized once again. Ravi asked, R is capitalized. Do you like? D is capitalized. Chinese food, C is capitalized. No, N is capitalized. I is capitalized. I once again capitalized. South Indian food, yes, I, F. Are you okay? Number 8, A is capitalized, M is capitalized, Khader, K, name. K is not, of course, here it is capitalized, but it should be capitalized. Asked, Miss Roy, M is capitalized, R is capitalized, Y is capitalized, right? The new student, T capitalized, Karnataka, K state's name capitalized, G Gujarat place town's name, G capitalized, G capital letter. IIM also Indian Institute of Management. This is the institution name, so that is why IIM capital letters. You can find Ahmedabad, H is capitalized. Neeraj, N capitalized. New York, N is capitalized. York also, here also it is not being underlined, but it has to be. So that is why Y also capitalized. But he travels to Los Angeles, okay, L capitalized, A capitalized. He is an investment banker, here H is capitalized. The Ganges, once again T is capitalized. Ganges, the river's name, the famous river name, holy river of India. Hindus, river by the Hindus, H is capitalized. Gangotri, once again the place name, G is capitalized. Himalayas, H is capitalized. Bay of Bengal, once again B is capitalized. In eastern India, A is capitalized, I is capitalized. Like that, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was leader of the civil rights movement in the US, right? The UK is a member of NATO. It is considering leaving the US. The UK is a member of NATO. It is considering leaving the EU. Okay. Sorry, this is wrongly printed. My favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I recently bought a copy for just rupees. So this is what capitalization in punctuation we have come across with capitalization. The certain rules which we have discussed, when we are supposed to use capital letters, and once again, there are particular rules which I have told you. There are number 5 rules are there to use capital letters. Rule number 1, capitalize the first word of a sentence, right? Rule number 2, capitalize all proper nouns related with religious terms like Christians, Methodist, Hindu, God, Allah, names of buildings like Birla Mandir, Charminar, Taj Krishna, languages like Telugu, Hindi, Persian, Hebrew, holidays like Holi, New Year, holidays, Dashera, Ramzan, and names of places and geographical features like New Delhi, Malaysia, Telangana, the Godavari. Rule number 3, capitalize titles and designations before a name but not after a name, right? And then next, rule number 4, capitalize the first person pronoun I, okay? And then next, rule number 5, capitalize the first word in each line of a poem unless the poet especially uses the lower case. So you go through, whoever have textbook, you go through in the textbook exercises which will make you comfort. So today's session will end. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. Thank you very much.